What is going on? How is everybody doing out there on YouTube? It is good to be live. I hope you like the outfit, brand new suit. I'm just going to do a quick sound check. Make sure everybody can hear me. All right, we're good. Sound check is good. So today's topic of the show is New Year with a new standard. And see, being that this is my very first live, I wanted to talk about. Oh, I'm doing good, doing good. How are you? Shogo Mankashima. I want to talk about a new year with a new standard because it's important to realize that we are living in a different time. We're living in a different space, a different atmosphere, a different, if you would, we're living in a different space. So I want to talk about this because we live in a society that to me is no different than Sodom and Gomorrah. For those of you who are biblical or Christian or whatever have you, if you look at the society that we're living in today, it's filled with modern women. And modern women are running the show. And I want to talk about a few things tonight. I'm not going to be too long, but we need to talk about the disparities that men are facing in the dating world. Because if you look at what is going on in the world today, we can see how modern women are just running wild. I watched a video on Twitter earlier today where women were teaching their little daughters how to pole dance. Little girls are learning how to pole dance. And I'm like, absolutely not. That is uncalled for. Why are we teaching our little girls, the future of the generation that we live in, how to pole dance? For what? And if you remember the video that I did the other day, yesterday, if we look at that video, we can see that the modern women are the new 304s. The modern woman is the new prostitute. Go watch that video and then come back over here. Because in that video, I talk about how women are being groomed to be 304s. Why? Because they're talking about how much they can get from a man. And what does the man get in return? So before I get into it, I want to play one video. I want to play a clip. If I can find it, bear with me, because this is the first time I've ever gone live. So I want to, hold on. I want to find the video. Give me 1 second. I'm going to find the video. Here we go.
And what one woman is not willing to accept, another woman is there with her hands out waiting for crumbs. That's exactly the situation that reminds me of this whole Nelly and Ashanti relationship, right? He was with that other woman for nearly a decade. And she went on that show and she said, I don't want to be just a baby mama. I want to be a wife. Like I want it to be love, marriage, baby, and in that order. And in that order. And we don't know why they broke up, or at least I don't know why they broke up. And now he's rebounding with Ashanti, and let's just call it what it is. It's a rebound, sis. Like, it's a rebound. I hate to see Ashanti going out bad like this, because honestly, when I saw that she was pregnant, in my head, I said, yikes.
And see, I'm glad this woman is speaking like this, because a lot of women, and some women, not all women are like this, but I'm talking about the ones that are. A lot of women don't know how to be wives. They don't know how to be nurturing and caring, and they don't understand how to be a wife. So the only thing that they can do is do what their mother taught them to do. You see, we live in a generation where 45% of black children are born outside of wedlock. We live in a society where so many people would rather be a girlfriend than a wife, a baby mama than a wife. Now, there are differences. Now, I'm going to explain the difference. If you are a woman out there and you are a woman that has the father of your child in your life, you are not a baby mom. You are a single woman. But so many of us, we prioritize our own needs instead of the needs of the common good. So, what's going on in the world today? We have so many children out there that are being misled, that are being misguided, that are being misled and misinterpreted because they're being led by people who didn't have leaders themselves. Let me ask you a question. If you were born in a situation where all you knew is what you know, why would you do anything different than what you already know? Why would you? You wouldn't. You would not do anything different than what you already know how to do. So that is what's going on in the society that we live in, is that so many people are going by what they know. Let me give you another example. There was a story that I heard months ago, and I know who told me the story. It was a story about a ham, and the grandmother had a ham, and the ham was being cut. They cut the ham. They cut the ham to be smaller. So then the mother followed in the grandmother's footsteps. She cut the ham the same way the grandmother cut the ham. And then the daughter of the mother, she did the same thing. And then one day she decided, hey, I'm going to ask, why am I doing this? Because a lot of us, we do stuff and we don't know why we're doing it. We're just doing it. For what? Why are we doing this? We don't know. So because we don't understand and we don't know why we're doing it, we just do it and we don't know why. See, when you look at the anatomy of what's going on in the world today, it's just a bunch of people who are just doing the stuff just to do it. That's it. You're just doing it just to do it. I want to be like the people around me. So if everybody else does it, I'm going to do it too. We live in a society of sheeple that just do whatever the common status quo says to do. This is the reason why, especially in the black community, there's no more nuclear family. There's no more. We live in a world today where there is no family. There's mothers, there's fathers, there's children, and there's chaos. That's it. That's what we have. And until we learn how to be better and how we need to have a new standard in this new year, history is just going to keep repeating itself. That's it. History. I'm a big history buff. So one of the people that I've always looked up to in history, they always say this: if you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat it. And so many of us right now in society, we're just repeating the same cycle over and over and over again. That's all we're doing. We're just repeating cycle after cycle after cycle. Case in point, let's get back to this video.
Because already, sis, and why didn't you make him marry you? But this is a middle-aged man who did not marry the woman that he was engaged to for 7 years. And he's probably not going to marry Ashanti either. And if we're really keeping it a buck, probably the only reason that he's with Ashanti is because he's already middle-aged and he's nearing the end of his life, and he wants somebody to spend the rest of his life with, and he wants a kid. And Chantel was not going to give him a kid without marriage. A lot of black women are too comfortable being the baby moms. Now, Chantel was like, I'm not going to be a baby mom. But Ashanti was like, oh, please, please love me. I'll be your baby mom. Girl.
And see, that's the thing. So many women are so comfortable being second fiddle. They're so comfortable being less than. They're so comfortable being the baby mom, being the side chick, being the 304, being the woman that goes after the man for money. You cannot get better than what you believe you can get. And see, this is what I tell guys as well. Guys, we need to step it up because we set the standard. If we are setting the standard and we are telling people this is what we want, people have no choice but to abide by that. And in the society that we're living in right now, black men are stepping up. We are stepping up to the plate. We are doing what we're supposed to do. We have the societal standard of greatness that we are upholding. But what's going on is that our women now need to fall in line. And see, I'm gonna say this, and it may upset people, but I don't care. The truth is the truth. 2 + 2 is 4, whether you agree with it or not. We live in a cancel culture and a society that shames people for speaking out against what's going on. And me, I speak out against modern women. I speak out against women that want to use men for money. We are not a cash cow for women. And a lot of women will say, well, I don't do coffee dates. Why not? You see, let me break the game down to you, ladies. When a man wants to get to know you, it's not that we don't want to spend money. We do. We don't care. We want to make sure that you're worth the money that we're spending. So if we meet a young woman or a middle-aged woman and we really like her, we're going to invite her out to a coffee date. And a lot of women, y'all shame coffee dates. For what? You don't like coffee dates because let me break this down. A coffee date requires you to talk to somebody. It requires you to have a conversation. It requires you to do more than just eat. It requires you to do more than just talk a good game. It requires you to do more than just put on some makeup, put on some hair, dress nice, and show up. The coffee date determines whether we want to pursue you or not, ladies. That's the whole purpose of a coffee date. It's to weed out the women that don't matter. And so many women are weeding themselves out automatically because they're refusing the coffee date. They feel that it's too low budget and too broke to go on a coffee date. And I'm here to tell you, no. Fellas, if you present the opportunity, time is money. So if a woman doesn't value your time but wants your money, she's not the one for you. And I am happy that men across the world are stepping up to the plate. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're living the life that they're supposed to live, because what's going on is that women have no choice but to step up. Those that don't step up get left in the dust. And that's how it is. If you don't want to step up to the plate as a man or as a woman, you will be left in the dust. Because in the world we live in, there are so many people that just want to use you for your time, your money, your resources, they'll trauma dump on you. They'll do everything in their power to throw you off of your focus. And I want to play another clip. Because this clip is going to further solidify, if I can get it to load. Give me 1 second. This is brand new. I've never used this before. Let me see. All right, let me do this. I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. Where is it? Is this it?
No man should ever feel like your time is worth $20. It's just about the effort. How long does it take you guys to drink coffee? Maybe like 5 to 8 minutes. After you drink the coffee, what are you going to be doing? Biting your fingers, playing footsie? If he is offering you coffee on the first day, you can only imagine the minimum of effort he's going to put later down the line. Coffee dates are a good follow-up.
And see, this is what I'm talking about, is that so many people fall into this trap of thinking that the coffee date is a joke, that a coffee date is not worth it. But it really is. You will be surprised at the type of people that you will meet on a coffee date. You will actually weed out a lot of bad people by going on a coffee date. Not even that, go to the park, go on a coffee date, go to the museum, go to the art gallery, go to a historical museum. So many different ways to weed out these modern women. Because I'm going to be blunt and I'm going to be honest. So many women, all they care about is money. And I'm going to play another video that goes along with what I'm trying to say. And I want you to pay very close attention to what this woman is about to say. I want you to pay very close attention to what she's going to say. Because in the world that we live in, most women, and I'm saying most, because not all, but most, they just want your money. Give me 1 second.
Hate the "I'll give you the money when you come over" type of guy instead of the "send the account details." Cause you know damn well when you get over there, he not trying to give you all the money. He gonna cut the money in half and drop it off in your drawers.
And see, this is the world that we live in, where women, they care more about a man's money than anything. Not only that, they care about a man's assets, a man's ability to provide, a man's wallet. This is why the Pookie and Ray Ray can always win. Because all they care about is money. They don't care about the man. They care about the money and the lifestyle that he can provide them. Because if you look at it from a male standpoint, this is what dating and relationships is. And I say this often on my channel, and I'm gonna continue to say it. Don't get bitter, get better. Why do you think so many women, so many men are going overseas to get women that are not gonna treat men incorrectly? If you think about it, which would you rather deal with? A woman that's going to be entitled, take your money, take your resources, devalue you, de-emasculate you, and treat you like you're a second-class citizen? Or do you want to find a woman that's decent? Do you want to find a woman that loves you for you? Do you want to find a woman that genuinely likes you for who you are? This is the new year with a new standard. And as men, especially black men, we have to set the standard. And again, I'm just going to break this down because I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time. We need to talk about these incels, these loser guys, these lame guys that are on the internet talking so much shit about women when you know damn well you can't get a woman to save your life. Yeah, I said it. Go ahead and clip that. You are talking so much crap, but yet you can't even pull a woman to save your life. You don't dress like anything. You don't look like anything. You don't smell like anything. You're a juvenile. You don't even own a suit. But yet you want to get on the internet and be a MGTOW and an incel and talk about women. You want to talk about how, okay, I can't get women. Because I'm going to do a whole show breaking down MGTOWs and incels. Because just like we have modern women, we have MGTOWs and incels. And I'm against both. If you're a MGTOW or an incel, I don't like you. If you're a modern woman, I don't like you either. Because we're dealing with a divide in society where half of women are modern, half of women are not, half of men are incels, half of men are not. But let's go there. Let's talk about the incels, the losers, the men who can't get women and talk about women. I remember so many men, and see, this is the reason why so many e-girls are making so much money, is we have a generation of incel that just uses money to get with women. You're just gonna use your money to get with a woman because you're too lame and you're too much of a loser to get with a woman. Think about that. You're using cash money to get with a woman instead of using your conversation, ability, and skill to get with a woman. A lot of these men in this society today, a lot of them are incels and MGTOWs. They want to cry, they want to whine, they want to complain about women, but they can't even get a woman. If I asked you the last time you got with a woman sexually, and you say a year ago, get out of here. Get out. Because so many men, we're talking about the new year with a new standard. So many men are incels. They're losers. And see, I'm just gonna be blunt. We live in a society, and I want to preface, not all, but some. I want to say that. Not all, but some. See, in order to succeed in life as a man, you have to care about your image. You have to be social. People have to know who you are. People have to know you exist. And people have to understand that being a social outcast and being a recluse and being an introvert, not all but some, replace that word introvert with loser. I'm not making this up. Go ahead, replace that word introvert with loser, and you'll see why so many men on the other side of the playing field, they're just losers. They want to talk a good game, but they can't back it up. And this is why so many modern women are getting over on so many incel men. Because just because they look good, they look like an Instagram model, they have a nice butt and a full figure, that doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't. Because at the end of the day, you're going off of looks alone. You're going off of looks. Looks, I mean, don't get me wrong, looks do matter, but they don't matter explicitly. Because at the end of the day, you have to understand is that looks fade. Eventually, we all fade when it comes to looks. So when you think about how good this woman looks, she's not going to look as good in 15, 20 years, especially if she doesn't keep her body right or her fitness game on point. So you have to look at women and look past the looks. And once you look past the looks, you'll realize that a lot of these women are garbage. A lot of these women, these modern women, are complete garbage. All they care about is your money, and that's it. They don't care about you. They don't care about your future. They don't care about what you got going on. They really don't care. And at the end of the day, as a man, we set the standard. So this is why I entitled this show New Year with a New Standard, because we're setting the standard. No more modern women. No more entitled delusional women. No more women that don't want coffee dates. No more women that don't want to abide by your plan. If you are the man and you set the tone and the woman doesn't fall in line, she's not the woman for you. Point blank. And a lot of women, and I was on Twitter today, a lot of women like to say this. If a man creates a safe space for you, I will fall in line with your program. Okay? So if a man creates a safe space for you and you don't fall in line with his program, that negates what you just said. That negates what you believe. Because women love to say this, but they don't realize that you have to deal with the trauma, the baggage, and what you have going on. Because I'm just going to be blunt. A lot of our women are traumatized. They're traumatized. Some of them, they don't want to heal. Other women, they want to heal. I'm talking to the women that want to heal. There are women out there that want to heal. There are women out there that don't believe in modern women. There are women out there that want to do better, seek therapy, heal, and become better women. But if you're a woman that doesn't want to do that, I'm talking to you. It's a new year with a new standard. We need to cut the BS, we need to cut the crap, and we need to deal with what's really going on in the dating market. We have a bunch of modern women on one side, we have a bunch of incels on the other side. That's how the dating market is. And the people that are in relationships, they're in hiding. They're happy. They're not out on the dating market because at the end of the day, you see it with your own eyes. You see the dating market. You see how so many people in this world are complaining about dating is so hard. And the reason why dating is so hard is because of us. Dating is hard because we make it hard. If we sat down with ourselves and we said, you know what, modern women, absolutely not. Incel men, absolutely not. But let's be honest, there's a lot more women than men. There's a lot more. Statistics prove that there are more women on this planet than men. So if men are stepping up to the plate, they're doing the right thing, they're getting their act together. And I said it on the last video and I'll say it again. Oprah came out. And if you don't know how I feel about Oprah, I don't like Oprah. I will openly say that. I do not like Oprah. But for a black man basher, black man hater, black man, I hate black men, for her to come out and say that black men are in the home, black men are doing the right thing, that is a lie. Black men are doing good. What are we really doing as a community? It's like the roles are reversed now. The black man is doing right. The black woman is not. And so many people will come on this channel, come on other people's channel, come on this comment section and say, well, you hate black women. You hate black women, but you're a black man and you hate black women. No, I don't hate black women. I hate modern black women. If you are not a modern black woman, I don't hate you. You cannot say that I hate black women. Because am I lying? Go on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and then come back. Am I really lying? The modern woman has taken over. I just did a video yesterday about a woman, a black woman, calling out modern women and saying that modern women are prostitutes. I just did a video yesterday saying that modern women are prostitutes, and it was not me saying it. It was a black woman saying that. So if you have a black woman doing the same thing that I'm doing, fighting the same fight that I am fighting, putting in the same amount of work that I'm putting in, how dare you say that I hate black women? When I am putting in the work, standing up for black men, standing up for good black women, because I understand that there are good black women out there. If you are a good black woman, I am not talking to you. I'm talking to the modern black woman. I am talking to the incel man. I am talking to the man who doesn't have a suit, dresses like they're 5 years old, wears Axe for cologne. Like, this is not Axe. Real men don't wear Axe. Real men wear cologne. They don't wear Axe. Real women act like women. There is no reason why you should argue with a man as a woman. It's pointless. Why are you arguing with a man? For what? What do you get out of arguing with a woman, with a man? What do you get? What is the point? If we're going to have a new standard, no more arguing. If you can't talk like two civilized human beings, then something is wrong. Something is drastically wrong if you can't talk like two civilized human beings and you're in a relationship. But we live in a society where modern women have taken over the dating market. where women want your money. They don't want your time. They want your money, your resources. They want you to be you, but they also want your money. And I'm here against it. This is why I have a YouTube channel. I believe in the Black family. I believe in Black love. I believe in Black power. But I also stand against the modern woman and the incel man. And the modern woman, again, is more prevalent in today's society than ever before. And as a Black man, I cannot sit around and say nothing. Whether I get views or not, it doesn't matter to me. What matters is the message. I don't care about views. I don't care. What I care about is the message. Modern women are all over the place. We live in a society where delusional modern women think that they can create the standard for relationships, and we're just supposed to sit around and say nothing. You know what? There are so many Black women out on this YouTube space that are saying the same thing that I'm saying. Riva TV, Crimson Kier, Danica Dope Discussions. So many women. Even Kendra G. She does videos every single day, and women will call into her show, and they will speak delusion after delusion after delusion after delusion. And we're just supposed to sit around and take it? Absolutely not. So this is a new year with a new standard. And I encourage you, if you're watching this live stream, share it. Because there are people out there that need to hear this message, that need to understand that we Black men, we're tired. We're tired. Why do you think the passport bros are so prevalent? Would you rather be in the United States and deal with an entitled woman, or would you rather fly overseas and get with a woman who will love you, will take care of you, will provide for you, will submit to you? And then so many people, they want to speak out. Yeah, I'm calling them out. This is a tell-all show. So many men. I was watching a video about a week ago about this Christian guy that wanted to talk about the passport bros. And he said that men, they go over there and they get taken advantage of, and it's no different than it is over here. And I understand what that guy's trying to say. But you can't deny that he was going to the Dominican Republic. And I'm going to break down a little bit of history, not a lot, because I am a history guy. Dominicans do not identify as Blacks. Right now on Twitter, Dominicans are constantly talking to Black Americans saying why they're not Black. They're Dominicans. So why would a Black person go to a Dominican country and expect no different treatment than they would get over into the United States? And even some Asian countries, yeah, they said it. But you have to understand that Asian countries are broken up into different sectors. 'Cause. 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 ' You have the Philippines, you have Vietnam, just like you have Africa. You have North Africa, South Africa, you have Cairo, you have different countries within that continent of Africa. So many people are against the passport bros. Me personally, if you find love overseas, more power to you. But I believe in black love. Now, are you going to find black love in the States, in the dating market that we're in? Maybe. But it's kind of like finding a needle in a haystack to an extent. There are black women out here that are not corrupt, that are not bad. Many of them comment on my channel every day, every other video. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know who you are. I have women that comment on my YouTube channel every time I upload a video that agree with me, that add to the discussion, that solidify that what I'm saying is real talk. I'm not just making this up. I have my ear to the streets and I listen. And I'm here to tell you, black men, we are tired. All we want is a woman that will love us for us, that will treat us right, that will do right by us, that will not argue with us over dumb stuff. Arguments, they're going to happen in a relationship, but arguing over dumb stuff, no, that's not needed. There are good women out there. I believe that. And if you're a good woman, more power to you. You deserve all the love, admiration, and admonishment that the world can ever give you. But me, I'm talking against the bad women. Because there are more women out there that aren't doing right than are doing right. And we live in a society where so many men are talking against modern women. They're talking against the same thing that I'm talking about. But it's falling on deaf ears. It's not being heard. But we need to really have a dialogue. Eventually, my goal is to have a dialogue between black men and black women. So eventually on this channel, we're going to talk. If you have Zoom, you have StreamYard, we're going to talk. Because I believe in hearing from the people that view this channel and other channels. So if you have StreamYard and you want to talk, let me know. We can talk. Anybody, black, white, Latino, Asian, Hispanic. I'm opening it up to anybody who wants to talk. Because I believe we need to have a discussion in the black community. And I did a TikTok yesterday. Today. I did a TikTok today. And so many people were like, oh, you need to leave color out of it. Well, I'm a black man talking about black issues. I can't talk about the other communities because I'm not in those communities. I can't talk about Latinos. I can't talk about Asians, Indians, Hispanics because I'm not in those communities. I'm a black man talking about black issues. And let me be clear. For those of you who think and don't want me to bring color and race into this, I hate to burst your bubble, but this is a black thing. I'm going to say that again. This is a black thing. How many, because if you look at it, look at this. How many Asian women do you see get on the internet and talk about, I don't want to go on a coffee date? How many Arabic women or Indian women will get on the internet and say, I don't want to go on a coffee date? Zero. Don't shoot me. I'm just the messenger. Because you have to look at it from a certain point of view. Because what's going on is that we're living in a society and we're living in a dating market where we can only really blame ourselves because nobody else is doing it. Nobody else. Asian women ain't doing it. Hispanic women ain't doing it. Arabic women ain't doing it. Indian women ain't doing it. Brazilian women, definitely African women ain't doing it. It's black women doing it. You go on Twitter right now, I guarantee you will find 10 videos about entitled women. And this is what I'm saying. If you are not part of the problem, then you are part of the solution. And I fully support people that are part of the solution. And this is what we need. We need a solution-based society. This is why I'm saying it's a new year with a new standard. We're not going to deal with the same BS that we dealt with last year. This year has already gotten off to a great start because you got Cat Williams exposing Hollywood, exposing the shady stuff. And you know what? That's been going on for years. Believe it or not, that's been going on for years. Dave Chappelle broke that down years ago. And so many people, they don't understand what's really going on in the world today. They don't get it. They don't understand what is going on and what people are doing and how people are moving. This is a new year where we're not going to tolerate modern women anymore. We're not going to tolerate entitlement anymore. We're not going to tolerate women using us for money anymore. And I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to call it a night because it's been an hour, just about. But this is my first live stream, but it won't be my last. And I just want you to know, as I close, that all we need is each other. At the end of the day, black women, you need black men. Black men, you need black women. But the thing is that we already understand that we need each other. But do you understand that we need each other? Do you really understand that we understand each other? Do you care about the community and the world that we live in? Think about that. But anyway, that is it for today's video. Again, don't forget to hit that like button if you like the video, if you like the live stream. Tickle that notification bell that will let you know every time I upload new content. New content is on the way. And I did a survey on my channel this Friday, if you are a guy and you want to learn fashion tips, hit me up on my channel. I'm going to be doing Fashion Fridays. We're going to be going into cologne, outfits, basic wardrobe, what a man needs, hygiene, grooming, the whole nine. So on my channel, I talked about hygiene and grooming and asked a question, what else do you want on this channel? And people spoke. And they said, I want fashion, suits, and fragrance content. So every Friday, I'm going to go live and talk to you about fragrances, fashion, footwear, suits, different types of suits. So stay tuned. Also, if you have Zoom, you have StreamYard, the next live will be next Wednesday. We're going to have a call-in show next Wednesday where people will call in, talk live, but the only requirement is you have to be on camera and you have to be visible. Anybody can call in or join the live, period. We're going to do it next Wednesday at 6:15. Anyway, that's been it for the video. Thank you for joining me. Like the video, share the live, and I will see you next time. Deuces, peace, love y'all. I'm out.